Good, whatever it is, I'm Mentalus, and welcome to a brand new game called Space Haven. So, Space Haven is a space survival game. It's inspired by games like RimWorld and Oxygen Not Included. It's actually a really cool game. The developers reached out to me and sent me a key, which I'd actually been following this for, I want to say, around a year. I've been really excited for this. My brother-in-law sent me one of their other games, which is Battle Void Harbinger. I've been playing that. Love it. I was actually about to start a series on that when they sent me this. So I'm super excited. As you can see, this is the Kickstarter alpha demo. It is fully playable. I have got an hour-ish into it. Love it. You've got your scenario here. The music that they have, I feel like fits it so perfectly. So just a heads up, if that comes up, I'm going to be quiet so you can kind of listen to it. I do have the volume turned down quite a bit too. But we've left Earth behind as Earth is dying, and save yourselves. So we're going to go ahead and just get started and let it create our new world. So here we go. Here's our magical ship. We're going to go ahead and just pause it. This is your tutorial. It's not very much. It is an alpha version though. So do keep in mind this is very unfinished. That being said, I am very impressed with this game. So the first thing it wants us to do is build a tools facility. Like I said, I've got some time in this, so even if I can't remember where things are, I know generally how to do it. So we're going to go and just build that right here. I'm also going to order up a few other things. We're going to get a grow bed, and I'm going to do that over here. This is the basic ship. The other scenario B, I believe it was called on that list, is just you start as a being destroyed shipyard and you build your ship. So both of them have their advantages and their disadvantages. I feel like this is blocky, and it's always stayed blocky as I've worked on it. But it is nice to kind of start with something. And then we're going to need some power. So we're going to get a power node. And I can never figure out where the best place to put this is. And I'm thinking here-ish? No power links in range. So no. Here-ish. And hopefully we can hit that. Cannot build here. Right. So that's the furthest way we can put it. Okay. So the power nodes, this green area, that's what we can provide electricity to. That is only slightly super important. We're going to go ahead and toss down some crew things. Life support, for example. People generally like to have oxygen for some reason. And I am going to provide some for them. So I'm going to queue up 1,010 things right off the bat. Just because this is what you need to survive. Our kitchen... no, let's actually do our table. So we're just setting up to take care of our 4 space heroes needs. Oh, I'm gonna misclick on that one. And we'll go ahead and get that canceled. I've liked having these set up before I really get going, so I don't forget. The first time I played this, I didn't realize you had to have a kitchen. And so yeah, everyone starved to death. It was great. So, maybe I don't like that placement. I like placing my my bridge, that's what it's called, right here-ish. So we might have to move things later. We're going to get some furniture as well too. We're going to just whack down some beds real fast. This is not permanent placement. Cool. And that gives them 1,010 jobs to do. So we're going to go ahead and speed this up. So the goal of this game is just to survive in space. As you can see from my channel, I've been playing a lot of RimWorld. There's actually a mod for RimWorld that turns it into something semi-similar to this, and I've been considering that. Oh, don't mess it up. But a game that's designed for it is definitely going to do better at it, I feel like, too. So we just linked our power node, so now we have power going from here to here. Something over here is unpowered. I probably didn't hit the point on this that I actually have to power, which means we're going to need to hit another power node of some sort. I might go for a full node over here, actually. Or we could do a wall power node. I just don't have any convenient walls to where I need to put it. But if I do a full power node over here, I could go there or there. Any further back and I risk not powering that section. So we're going to set it here, and this is where they'll drop off some cargo, so that's a bad idea. But I'm doing it anyways, because that's how I roll. All full of the bad ideas. And so we're just queuing up the mining. So we're transferring the resources to our ship. This right here is a derelict ship, and I actually really like these. I'll have to show you that. First of all, our power node is done. So let's get that linked up. So our power generator has a number of links, so I can link it here and I can link it here, but we're using 2 of our 3 possible links. I haven't found an advantage to having it redundantly linked, so I'm just going to sever one of these, and I could always be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, for example, if I linked it to this node and not to here, if that node got destroyed, I'm sure it would be advantageous to have it linked to here as well too. But given this is my only power source, redundancy isn't really a thing. Okay, cool. So we're going to slow this down, and I'm going to grab our 2 people. Hey, Aaron, come here. And we're going to draft you, and we're going to grab a gun. Because the first time I did this, I didn't realize you could grab guns. So, Aaron, congratulations, you get a shotgun. And we're going to undraft you for a little bit, and then we're going to grab Damon. And I'm going to make you also grab a gun. You can grab one of the 5.7 pistols, and we're going to actually just draft both of you and come here and get on your spacesuit. Before I forget, I need to queue up some food because living is good. Oh, I need to put down a bathroom too. Let's pause it real quick and do that before we head out of here. There we go, a toilet. I didn't build one of these because I didn't realize that was a thing when I first started, and then I got a debuff on all my characters because they wet themselves. It was great. And go ahead and enter that craft, and you can come down here. So if we go over here, here's our little shuttlecraft. It has a maximum crew of 4. It's on its way to this derelict spacecraft. We can go in and have it dock up. Oh, wrong button. Do we? Oh, that's my docking port right there. So we're going to click on the docking port and say accept, and then he'll fly over here and dock on his own. So we're going to go ahead and speed this up a bit. And this is where things are going to get interesting. So, like I said, the first time I did this, I didn't realize that you could grab guns for your characters. So I made them go without weapons, and you'll probably see in about 5 seconds why that is a terrible idea. No, don't go out. Go through here. Huh. This ship is completely empty so far. Was not expecting that. It's derelict, which means, I mean, there's no one here, but it's derelict for a reason, and that's the reason right there. Space bugs of doom. So the first time I did one of these missions, I had them punch those guys. Yeah. Astronauts with fists. No fancy weapons here. We don't need your technology. So we gotta explore the spacecraft, declare it's empty basically, and then we can salvage it. So this bottom one is their oxygen meter. They're doing fine. Let's go ahead and go through here and oh, take him down. I missed a door, and that could have been very bad. Okay, go ahead and through here. The top one is their health. Oh. Yes, just continue walking into him. Oh. Cool. So we have now gone through this entire ship. We can see it. We've explored it. Here's the big gaping hole that let everyone die. There's resources here for the taking though. So I mean, here's our salvage instructions, but like I said, I've played this a little bit. So you go into tactical mode, you click on the ship you're trying to take and hit salvage. And so this is just the resources sitting on the ground. So we're going to get some fruits, some space food, some human meat. Oh, gross. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've known it was a thing. It's in the menus. It's in the kitchen. You can tell them to cook human meat or not. But I've never actually seen it in the game. We'll get some advanced blocks, some basic blocks, a few other things. Hyperfuel, yeah, that will be useful. But we're going to salvage this stuff. And so you click these. Resources, none. That's interesting. And it doesn't even add anything. I'm still going to select it, and we're going to just hit accept. After that, we zoom back in. And once these are undrafted, they will start working on the task I just gave them of tearing the ship apart. And so I have undrafted the ship, so the ship can actually leave and go pick up other crew or whatever it decides is necessary. So hopefully these people will schedule leave. Oh, geez. So they're just going to chill out. So they'll start tearing apart this ship while we are tearing apart these asteroids for these resources. So this one's empty. We've stolen all of its mineable materials. And we're continuing to take the rest from these. And we're going to have to get some facilities up to make use of that. We should probably actually get another grow bed. Because from what I've played, I don't know how many you need to keep your crew alive. Yeah, and apparently I can't remember where things are. There we go. So this looks like it's a single size grow bed. This is a double size. This is 5. We probably honestly want this one if we can fit it somewhere. And that looks like a big no. We could. Yeah, we'll make the bridge accessible through here. Because that sounds like a great idea to have so much more food coming in. You can up the priority on things so you can have them work on some stuff before others, which is actually pretty important to do. Did I place down that toilet? Or just think about it? Yes, I did. Okay. Still not used to how everything looks. And I love how my toilet's just out in the open. Have fun. Oh, it's not built yet. Right. So we're going to speed time up. They have to sleep. Excuse me. And yeah. So each colonist or each astronaut, I don't know what term they want to use for these. Colonist is clearly wrong. You're not awake. At least I certainly hope. I hope you're not awake. Relationships, you don't like Damon. Oh, I probably should have sent the two of you together then. They have their needs. They'll work on filling things, taking care of themselves. Oh no. Feeling a little hungry. Major uncomfort. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't looked through some of these too much. I don't know how much they're implemented at this point. But yeah. So they'll work on getting the resources. Let's see if we can see someone. They have an hour of leisure time right now. So yeah, they're hopping in their mining pods, taking off over here, and gonna go mine up this asteroid. So this right here is base metals. It's used to make these basic blocks, and it's also part of making the advanced blocks. We'll have to build a facility to get those built. But for now, I'm just collecting the things, and we'll toss it into our storage. So this right here is our storage. 191 out of 250, we're doing great. Facility not on power grid. Oh. What's... Okay. No, this should be on the power grid for sure. Okay, and then you grow. We're going to grow fruits and artificial meat and more meat, and then we're going to grow some vegetables. So meats look like they're the least efficient and that's maybe part of my problems. So if you click here on the kitchen, you can go into settings and tell them what they can use. So rich vegetables, fruits, monster meat, human meat, and artificial meat. So we have human and monster meat disabled. I don't know if they get annoyed by that. I actually haven't tried it because I've never collected monster meat. Yeah, and we've got 30 meals right now too, so we're doing fine. We still have 2 guns in storage is what this is warning us. Our colonists, or our astronauts that didn't get those, we're probably going to want to make sure that we give them weapons just before something goes wrong. Because I don't know, like I said, what's implemented yet, but it is plans to have, or it's planned to have raids. It looks like you can raid a ship and it turned out very poorly, and you yourself, I believe, can be raided, and ship-to-ship combat, and all sorts of cool things too. I'm really excited for this. They are doing a Kickstarter for this right now. You should definitely check that out. At this point, I'm pretty sure they're funded, though. If I recall right, they were at like twice their goal, which is awesome. And I'm way excited for this game. So we're going to go ahead and add on to the ship because we're going to need a few things. Try 5? I'm really bad at seeing where this is equal. And oh, no, that's not going to be big enough. Okay, so we're adding on because we're going to build some new things onto this ship. And we'll wait for everyone. So basically, we need to get some important things up. We need to get our bridge running. I don't know if there's currently an advantage of doing the 2-seat bridge versus the 1-seat. And then we need a hyperdrive. And we will get those things built. Oh, we have 400 building tools. Awesome. And once that is done, I think we're ready. Yeah, I think we're ready to jump. Oh, no, they haven't brought all of this stuff over yet, it looks like. But they are working on it. What's this? So I was reading through the information they sent me and on their Kickstarter, and they did talk about getting new crew members. That's probably the term they want to use. By finding cryosleep pods, essentially. And what's the term they use for it in these games? This one. Hypersleep chambers. So I'm excited for that. I don't think I've found a hypersleep chamber yet. Oh yeah, your mining pods also build the ship too when you expand that. But I really like that idea of being able to get new crew members. I like the RimWorld-esque idea of you capture someone and you can convince them to become part of your crew. But at the same time, I feel like, oh yeah, I'll totally join your crew, and then you just run the first chance you get. We're going to expand this a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and add some walls too. It looks like right now also all the walls are the same. Oh, that's cool. We're going to do that on the inside. And that actually works out really well. And then we can get our bridge. Nope, I like the bigger bridge. And we're almost done with our area for the hyperdrive too. I might expand this too. I like the ability to build a wall by it in case there's an issue. The first time I did this, I actually had a bug, and it made it so I vented the entire atmosphere of the ship to space. It was awesome. And maybe that wasn't a bug. Maybe that's just me being bad at this game, honestly. But it cracked me up, and I was like, why is everyone wearing a spacesuit right now? And I couldn't figure it out for a little bit. It was great. Also, this is 4 wide, and yeah, I feel like to make this work, I would want to do 2 engines rather than just 1. And I don't know if there's any reason why you'd actually want 2 engines in this game. Facility not on power grid. Yeah, we're gonna need to get some power up there. And because of this, we actually have power down here. That's surprising. Didn't expect to have that happen. So we're gonna add a wall power node. This gives a smaller range, and you can't link this to other ones. So normally this I can link to this new power node. I cannot go from this to a further out power node. So this is the end of that chain. But this is as far as I need to go, given it's the front of my ship. We're also gonna go in, and I gotta remember where all these things are. Furniture, there we go. And we're gonna add lights. We'll add one there. I can't add one just on the other side, it looks like. That's okay. We'll add a light there. And some lights over by our engine. Ship, let's go ahead and... we should have space there. And we'll wall that off too. The idea of me doing this is it creates a new room, and if things are loud, if they create a lot of heat, it can help prevent that from basically annoying the rest of the ship. So that is good. Eventually we'll be moving these people into rooms too, but I just looked at the time and I'm running out of time. So you can see there is actually, I would say there's a full game here at this point, which I love, that they've gone to Kickstarter with a game that you can play. I'm actually wondering if I should do a series on this or not. I really might. Bugs and all, it's still great. And I'm excited to see where this goes and watch its development. Anyways, so if I've done my job, there will be a link to the Kickstarter in the description. Go ahead and take a look at that. And I'm Mentalus. I'll catch you later.